Alright guys, so I have one quick warning for any parents that are watching this review. I know you guys are going to want to take your kids to go see this movie, but beware this one thing. Your kids, after they see this movie, they are never, ever going to stop singing the Everything is Awesome song. That song is going to haunt you in your dreams for the next few weeks. With that being said, hey there guys, what's up? It's Autobot Mike 18 here with another movie review. Guys, in this video I will be reviewing the much highly critically acclaimed new animated hit from the directors of 21 Jump Street, The Lego Movie. Guys, The Lego Movie came out in theaters this weekend, and do I think you guys should go see it in the theaters this weekend? No! Don't go see this movie in the theaters this weekend. You want to know why? I suggest you wait a week or two, perhaps, because your theater will be insanely crowded. Guys, I'm not even lying. This is without a doubt. When I went to go watch this movie, this is without a doubt one of the most crowded theater experiences I ever had in my life. Literally every single seat was taken in this movie. So yeah, and I went to one of the earliest showings too. I was like so shell-shocked. I was like, why is this theater so packed? But you know what? Never, ever underestimate the animated film. That's all I have to say. But anyway, guys, as I said with the intro in the beginning, trust me, I'm telling you, your kids are never going to want to stop singing the Everything is Awesome song. And here's an example. Right after I saw the movie, I went to McDonald's to get some lunch, and then I was going to come home to do this review, which I'm doing now. And while I was in line, there was a woman with 3 kids waiting online to get food, and because McDonald's is promoting the Lego Movie, they're giving away like these collectible cups or whatever, her kids were singing the song, the Everything is Awesome song. So yeah, that's how I know they're never going to forget this movie, and they're never going to stop singing that song. But anyway, guys, as I said, the Lego Movie is from the guys who directed 21 Jump Street, Phil Lord and Chris Miller, which is without a doubt one of the funniest movies I've ever seen in my life. And they also directed Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. So I was definitely looking forward to seeing what they were going to do with the Lego Movie. It looks like a really well-animated movie based off the trailers, and it's been really highly critically acclaimed by not only the movie critics that have seen the movie early, but also by the audience members. This movie is getting tons and tons of praise across the board. It's one of the highest reviewed animated films. It's up there with like the Pixar movies, like the Toy Story trilogy. So you could tell that this movie is probably good. So guys, what did I think of the Lego Movie? Well, I think it is a fantastic animated movie. It is without a doubt one of the better animated films for this generation. I really enjoyed the movie, guys. That's what I'm going to say about the Lego Movie. It has a great message in there. It's got great animation. Apart from a few flaws I had with the movie, I really enjoyed it, and I feel it's a movie for not only kids, but for people of all ages. I think anyone can go into this movie and really thoroughly enjoy it. With that being said, guys, let's get right into my review. The first thing I'm going to start talking about, guys, is the story behind the Lego Movie. Now, guys, the setting for the story is in the Lego world, the Lego universe, whatever you want to call it. And do you guys know what that means? That means that literally everything is made of Legos. There's a scene where the Lego characters in this movie are swimming in water. Yeah, do you know what the water is made of? It is made of Legos. There's scenes with the Lego characters eating food. There's pictures of the food on Lego parts, and they're holding it and eating the food. Yes, everything is made of Legos. There's even scenes where there's explosions, and you want to know what the explosions are made of? They're not real fire. It's not real, visually animated, explosions. It's Lego explosions. The explosions are Lego pieces exploding. That's awesome. So guys, with that being said, with everything set in the Lego world, everyone is made out of Legos, and our main Lego character is this guy named Emmet. He's this very ordinary, guy who's never done anything really exciting. He doesn't have any real friends. He's kind of lonely. He is a construction worker, and he's not one of the, you have master builders and you have Lego builders who have to build things while using instructions. He has to use instructions. He hasn't really made anything creative or anything like that, and he's not one of the master builders who can just build anything out of anything. So one day he comes across a very important relic, and he realizes that he is this specific chosen one, He's confronted by Elizabeth Banks' character, whose name escapes me, and also a wizard voiced by Morgan Freeman. And he is told he is the chosen one, and he is the only one. He is the key to the defeat of the evil Lord Business, voiced by none other than Will Ferrell, which was a genius casting choice in my opinion. He's the only one who can defeat Lord Business from taking over the LEGO universe and completely destroying it. He's got a really diabolical plan, and it's up to Emmet, the Wizard, Elizabeth Banks' character, Batman, and a couple other LEGO characters to stop Lord Business from taking over the entire LEGO world in this highly creative and imaginative animated film. And you know what, with that right there, guys, what I said right there, that this film is highly imaginative and creative, that is what makes the LEGO movie successful. I'm going to say this one special statement right here, guys. The Toy Story films are for kids, especially of the late 90s. That is my type of animated movie. That is the movie I grew up with. That is the animated film for that generation. That is, without a doubt, one of the most important animated films for that generation. The LEGO movie is one of the most important animated films for this generation. That is why I feel this is such an important movie for kids. The story is not only very fun and entertaining, of course it's got, you know, some crude jokes in there and some jokes that kids are going to connect with, but it also has a really important story and an important message about the importance, I said important too many times, it has a really important message about how special creativity is and imagination is, and how really beneficial they are, you know, how important they really are. And that's why the LEGO movie is a successful and very well written, well done, well animated film. It really was, and it flourished because of that message of importance, you know. So anyway, guys, that message of creativity and imagination. So anyway, guys, what I really want to discuss next is the voice cast briefly. Whenever I see an animated film, I really don't take too long to talk about the voice cast because, you know, it's just voice acting. But the voice acting is good. This is a really good, well put together ensemble voice acting cast. That was a mouthful. There are some really talented voice actors in this movie. Voicing the main character, Emmet, the ordinary LEGO guy, you know, who's got the yellow face and hands and everything. He's voiced by Chris Pratt. Elizabeth Banks is in the movie. Morgan Freeman voices the very important Wizard. Liam Neeson voices the good cop, bad cop, evil character in the movie. Of course, Wyldfire voices evil Lord Business. That was great casting right there. Wyldfire, I can listen to his voice for hours and be completely entertained by it. I mean, it's freaking Wyldfire. And finally, how can I not forget Will Arnett as the voice of Batman? That is casting gold right there. That was whoever did the casting for this movie, thumbs up for you. I give you praise, because whoever picked Will Arnett to voice Batman was genius, because he just pulled off the deep voice perfectly. And as soon as Batman came in this movie, I was literally laughing hysterically at everything that was happening in this movie, especially anything involving Batman. So I loved all the voice acting. It really was great. Also, you got a few other voice actors. Charlie Day, a few others that I am forgetting. Their names escape me. Alison Brie, Nick Offerman. Very, very talented voice cast that I really have to praise. They all did a great job. Even Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill, who have previously worked with Phil Lord and Chris Miller on 21 Jump Street and upcoming 22 Jump Street, they came back for this movie and they voiced two characters in a few very funny scenes, and I'm not going to spoil it. But anyway, guys, voice cast is great. What I really want to discuss briefly next is the movie's rating, and how some people, especially older audience members, are going to skip this movie because it's rated PG. You know, some people, you know, knowing this movie is from the directors of 21 Jump Street, they may want a raunchy LEGO movie, you know, for older audience members. So that may steer, you know, older audience members away from going to see this movie. However, this is not only a movie for kids, guys. If you have played with Legos in the past before, if you were a Lego collector or anything like that, this is your movie. This movie is for you. I myself was never a huge collector of Legos. The one Lego sets that I always collected were the 2008. They re-released Indiana Jones toys and all merchandise, you know, for Kingdom of the Crystal Skull when it came out, and they released so many Lego sets. I collected almost all of them, and I loved playing with them. So I definitely have fond experiences of playing with Legos, and I definitely connected with what was going on in this movie with all the creative things they did with the Legos. So this movie is not only for kids, it is also for teenagers and adults. There were even some grandparents in my theater that were watching this movie with their kids, and I still think they got a kick at it. So definitely a movie for them. Anyway, guys, moving on, now it's time for me to give my personal rating for the Lego Movie. I'm actually going to give 2 ratings here. I did this for Monsters University. I'm doing it again for the Lego Movie. I do this for animated movies. I'm giving the Lego Movie 1 rating, and for me, my personal rating, and I'm giving another rating that kids would rate this movie. I am going to personally rate the Lego Movie as an 8.5 out of 10, or a B+, basically. That is what I feel the Lego Movie deserves a rating from me. I had a few flaws with it, which I will discuss briefly, but the rating for kids, I say kids are going to give this movie a 10 out of 10, because I honestly feel as they're sitting watching this movie, they are going to be amazed at what they're watching. They're going to want to be inspired to do creative things and create these imaginative worlds as was created in this movie. And that is just how exactly what happened when Toy Story came out in 1995. Inspired all these kids to do, you know, any kid that watched that movie was instantly inspired to, you know, make their own worlds with their toys and go and, you know, do these crazy, awesome, fun things with their toys and just have fun and do, you know, take their toys to creative new worlds and anything, you know, anything. This will definitely inspire kids and to be as imaginative and creative as possible. And that's why I love the Lego Movie, and that's why I feel kids will give this movie a 10 out of 10, without a doubt. But anyway, guys, going back to my personal rating, as I said, the voice cast, talented actors, they all do a great job here. The story, which was also written by both the directors, Phil Lord and Chris Miller, was very well written. I love the overall premise, and I not only love the creative aspect of I absolutely love the creative aspect of the movie and what they did with the Legos. They have characters that are in, you know, these random places, and they're trying to get away. You know, Emmet and Elizabeth Banks' character, they're trying to flee the cops, and you know, they have to build all these crazy things to get away from the cops. There's this one scene, they just build a motorcycle out of, you know, all these different pieces that are lying around, and I love that kind of stuff. All of that, all of the inventive, creative stuff in this movie was just awesome. Seeing these Lego set pieces and this Lego world and seeing everything made out of Legos and these characters moving around, interacting with everything, building different things. You never knew what they were going to build, that sense of mystery. I love that with this movie. I love that creative aspect with this film. And that is what I got to praise the filmmakers for depicting that message of creativity and imagination, and how they showed not only kids but also older audience members that creativity and imagination is key. It is one of the most important things that we can do as people. We need to be creative and imaginative people to make this world even better than it already is, basically. And that's why I love the Lego Movie. The last scene, the last act of this film, there's something different that goes on in the movie. It diverts from the animated movie itself, and I love what they did. I'm not going to spoil it. It's just something different that was done in the film. You'll know what I'm talking about if you've seen the movie. I love that they did that. That, to me, is just why I love this movie. That one scene, and I'm not going to spoil it. Anyway, guys, moving on. This is an animated film. Of course, I got to talk about the animation. The animation is absolutely freaking gorgeous. Beautifully animated movie. I have got to say that much about this movie. Just all the different set pieces and the different colors are so vivid. In some scenes, dark in other scenes, especially all the colors on Batman and Batman's vehicles and the Batmobile and all that. But I mean, really, the Legos looks like real Lego pieces in several scenes of the movie. That's how real and colorful this movie looked. The animation was beautiful, and of course, as an older audience member, I loved all of the different pop culture and even a few film references that were thrown into the Lego Movie. Those are the jokes that really connected with me, and that's everything I loved about this movie, guys. As for the few flaws that I did have with the movie, I really only have two. One of them involves the jokes. You know what, since I am an older audience member, there are a lot of jokes in the movie that are for kids and really aren't going to make me laugh. They're just childish humor. I'm not saying it's bad. It's for kids. Kids will love it, but older audience members, you're not going to find it that funny. The first few scenes in the movie, I didn't really find that funny. I was like, oh man, I hope the comedy's better than this. I hope it starts connecting to the older audience members. And by about halfway into the movie, it did. Especially when, like, Batman came in and all the master builders came in. I loved all that stuff. So that was great. But the comedy, not all of it worked for me, which is why I have that flaw with the movie. And finally, the editing wasn't always pitch perfect for me. I had a few problems with the pacing. This is a very fast-paced movie, and that's fine, but it's hard to really take in and appreciate all of the, you know, the scenery and all the setting and all the different creations that the filmmakers threw into the movie with the Legos when, you know, you have these really fast-paced, you know, action scenes or these chase scenes. You know, it's really hard to take all of that in, and that was one thing that really upset me. So a little bit too fast-paced editing, which was a little too much for me. But other than that, guys, this is a great movie. Highly, highly recommend it. As I said, it's this generation's Toy Story in that it's going to inspire kids to just be more and more creative and inventive. And that's why this is not only a fun movie, but it's also a very important movie that I think should be seen by all audience members. I think everyone will connect and love this movie and enjoy watching it at the same time. I'm going to give the Lego Movie, as I said, 8.5 out of 10. I do highly recommend it to you guys. While, you know, a little bit let down with a few things with it, I still think it was a great movie, and I think you guys should definitely check it out. So guys, if you did see the Lego Movie already, what did you think about it? Let me know down below in the comments. Did you like it? Did you really not like it that much? Do you think it's this generation's Toy Story? And I think you'll know what I'm talking about if you have seen Toy Story, you know? Is it as good as the Toy Story films or not? So guys, let me know about all that down below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching my movie review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye, guys.